Chapter 25 Upheavals in Worldview, Knowledge of Natural Things, and Evolutionary Forces. A first disclaimer. All persons in this book are fictional. All statements, regardless of topic, are just that, statements. Some are rooted in empirical facts, while others are free fantasy. My aim is to balance vision and reality, fiction and fact, in such a way that the audience can recognize themselves and build further on the swarm of ideas and notions. The book has no ambition to preach an overarching goal, but instead questions accepted truths. In this way, in a Socratic manner, it leaves the rest to the audience. Met sat relaxed in a comfortable armchair, gazing out the living room window. Light snowflakes drifted down, light precipitation, a couple of degrees below zero outside. It was a Saturday afternoon. She had borrowed a book from the library, settled down with a good cup of cocoa, and flipped back and forth through the index. The author was no ordinary person, but none other than Richard Dawkins, Professor Dawkins. The book had caused a stir when it was published in 1976. It immediately became a bestseller and went through several editions throughout the 1980s. It dealt with the selfish gene and explained why knowledge of evolution was so important. Met had enrolled in the natural sciences at the University of Bergen, and biology was a central field at that faculty. As previously mentioned, she had been warned by the elders of the congregation. New knowledge at the university, and especially the natural sciences, would put a definitive end to the faith, or superstition, she had been brainwashed with by the congregation. The sect, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or the Mormon sect, if you will. She was excited, looking forward to getting started on the book. After a couple of chapters, she had to put it down. A restless sensation crept over her. She lay down on the sofa to rest, to calm herself. But it didn't pass. It wasn't because of the content of the book, rather. Her thoughts drifted back to the seminar situation days earlier. She had been drawn into a competition for favor, a serious game about achieving the greatest possible attraction towards this composed and wise Sigma man, Fryman. The one with the restrained, controlled voice, the one with the natural authority, the one who rarely flirted but was a magnet for women. Met had been irritated with herself, because long ago she had distanced herself from such primitive reactions of the human body. Now she had already read the first chapters of Dawkins's book and was being spoon-fed, plainly and clearly, that evolutionary attraction is real and entirely natural. There was no reason to steer away from what belonged to nature, even if the elders of the congregation would dispute everything evolutionary. An obvious cognitive dissonance arose in Met's mind and heart. She could recall that the psychologist Helvig had spoken about cognitive dissonance in relation to her involvement in the sect she had gotten herself mixed up in. With total indoctrination in sects, reality becomes distorted, illusions become truth, and the terrain of life does not match the map one is given. Suddenly she noticed her phone light up. A text message had arrived. She didn't feel like checking it right away. It was Saturday afternoon, she wanted peace. She got up and went straight into the kitchen to make herself a small meal. How about a simple omelette and salad with a good dressing? She felt lighter at heart, refilled her teacup, and returned to the armchair and the book. She hadn't been reading long before another text message lit up her phone. She checked it. It was the same one that had come a little earlier. It was from Freeman. What did he want? A bit outside the box, Met thought. He had a proposal for a Sunday walk to Persbroughton, this recreational spot not far from the university. He would pick her up at exactly 11 a.m. if she wanted to join. She was bouncing with joy, but thought it would be strategically wise to say no. He shouldn't get it that easily. Besides, she liked the power she instantly felt. She sent a reply with a friendly refusal and a smiley face, but couldn't resist adding, "Another time." Freiman was immediately disappointed. But he knew he had been overconfident. Yes, even somewhat reckless, prepared for a defeat or rejection. It wasn't a big deal, he could handle this. Moreover, he felt his nuance meter. Located in the diaphragm, in the midsection, a nerve center that could provide answers to most things regarding emotions and intuition. He admitted to himself that sending an invitation to Met, whom he hardly knew, had been a foolish, impulsive act. Okay, done with that. There were still a few hours left before they were to meet at the seminar the following week. Until then, it was simply a matter of seeing how things would unfold.